Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Rotors. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this, but this is the easiest way to modify your US market FD taillights. You know, the ones that are not 99 spec, the circle tails. Today, or tonight, I should say, we're going to show you guys how to actually do the halos. Now, I've already got two of them drawn up here. And then right here is kind of a basic cutout. The tape is thin. You actually want to layer the tape, but we're going to get into that. Now, to start, you're going to need Krylon Fusion. This is for plastic. It's a no prep, superb bond paint, and it needs to be satin. The reason why it needs to be satin is so the light will not bleed through the paint. It'll give you a nice crisp circle on your project. You can use the pencil, but we usually get a compass, take the pencil out, and we fit the X-Acto knife in there. Helps us cut really nice circles. You're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver, and you're gonna need a low tack painter's tape, and a tape measure, and a heat gun. Now we put down 6 strips of tape on top of a laminated piece of paper. You can get these like an ad paper or a magazine cover. That works fine because when you peel the tape up, it won't rip the paper underneath. And it also allows for the tape to come off nice and easy, and it gives you a cutting surface so you don't go through and cut what's underneath. It's best to use a magazine, much thicker, and you won't have to worry about ruining a table or anything. And then now we're gonna cut one of these out. Okay, now the reason why I have these, you can pick these up at your local hardware store. These are also ringed. I got a small one and a big one. Now the small one is the exact same size as the outer ring of the big one. Right here. The inner ring, not the outer. And now, pretty much just press it to the tape. Take your pin. This is the easiest way to draw the circles. Now you can, at the hardware store, we pick these up. They're about 79 cents each. Now if you get your inner circle drawn, pretty much center your ink ring to the ring on this. Repeat your process for your halo. On this taillight, we're doing 3 of them. 2 for taillight and brake light, and the 3rd one for the turn signal. Okay, now with these, they come with a top on them. Kind of like this. As you can see, we cut ours off, and the reason for this is when we put it down, we get the measurement just right where we need it. I should have showed you guys this before we even drew the pin, but right as you get it down and you get it measured right, you're going to take your compass here, poke it through. When you poke it through, it'll give you the measurement that you need. Then you just set the X-Acto knife, ride it along, make your cuts. And after you get cut all the way around, okay, now on the taillight, the reason why you need the Phillips screwdriver is to take the screws out. Now we already removed 2 of them, but you're going to come through and you're going to remove the gold. They're actually gold color, but this taillight's dirty. You're going to go around all the way around this lip, take all those out. After you get them out, we'll get the heat gun fired up and show you exactly why we need the heat gun. Okay, now you're gonna run the heat gun. Don't hold it in one spot. You wanna keep it moving as you slowly warm up the glue that's under there. Now, when it gets hot enough, you can grab right here on this lip, put your fingers in the light socket.
I'll put my fingers in your light socket.
Oh yes, please do.
Call me Kanye.
Okay, now that you got the lens off, you have a Phillips here and a Phillips here. And then you have two clips that they clip right here for each lens. Now in each corner of the lens, there is this wax tacky sealer that they use that you have to heat up. You're gonna also have to heat up your lens a little bit after you take off these Phillips to get the lens out. Okay, now after you warmed up the sealer, just take a nice little flathead. You don't have to pry. It'll pop out nice and easy. And start up here with the little latches. Okay, now what I'm doing here is I'm marking out where we can put the circles. Now the first circle, I put a 1/2 inch away from the edge because you're gonna put a 1/2 inch away from this edge as well. That's gonna make up to 1 inch, a little bit over. And we're gonna use this point right here to where to start the halo from the side over. And then we go down, find the center. This, which is about 3 3/4, 1 7/8 from the top, 1 7/8 from the bottom.
Cool. What are you measuring right now?
1 inch away from the circle. Right in the center, lined up with this line. Okay, now when you do the second circle, the second halo is going to set up slightly higher than this one, because of the way the tail light curvature. So we want to mark 1 7/8 directly from the bottom. You get up to about the center. Inch and 7/8 from the top. Half inch in. After we marked our center. Now I understand the distance down here is going to be farther than up here. It's because the light curves down. But we have to take the same measurement from this point down, 1 7/8, because that's what's going to match on the red lens. Now we want all three, these two circles that are going to be side by side to match evenly across. Okay, now to paint the tail lens, you want to make sure that you come and hit your angles just right to get this lip all the way around on both lenses. Otherwise you're going to have light bleed through and it ain't gonna look very good. Now let's paint. Okay, we put the lens back in and we used the Phillips screws to put them back on, and we peeled the tape off after they have dried, of course. Now we need to get out the heat gun and reheat this glue on both pieces and apply pressure to put them back on. After you got the glue hot, you want to press it together as much as you can, and then you want to come back in with the screws and screw it down. This is kind of a time sensitive thing. You want the glue to still be pretty warm when you do this. This way it seals nice. Repeat this process on the other light, and that concludes this episode of Rotors, and thank you guys for watching.